working to end hunger in the region. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Derek Fiorenza. He's president and CEO of Fiorenza's Food for Friends. Thanks so much for being with us. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me, Jill. I appreciate it.
Now, when we talk about what you do as an organization, this started with an idea that you had. It's now grown to 16 states, close to 40,000 meals at this point. Give us an idea as to how this organization started and how you've worked to grow it.
Absolutely. In 2007, as an undergrad at Villanova University, I started with an idea to serve 25 meals to a homeless shelter at Christmas time. And from there, each year we expanded our efforts. And last year, we served 25,000 meals across 14 states. And that was a combination of non-perishable food items and then more meals that were served to homeless shelters.
You work with community partners, you work with individuals, you work with business organizations. Talk to us about developing these partnerships and how you're working to grow them.
The first thing we always talk about in our organization is creating hunger awareness. So making people aware of what we're trying to accomplish, the suffering that's going on. And then hopefully that inspires people to want to give back of their time, and then we provide that avenue to assist. So if it's a corporation, it might be getting involved with a corporate donation or a non-perishable food drive. If it's a restaurant, they might provide us with a prepared meal, or obviously at the end of the night we collect non-perishable food and prepared meals. At the end of the night we might collect the prepared meals and then take that to homeless shelters. And then individuals, we have a new program we'll get into. They might prepare meals or help us with logistics, transportation.
You mentioned this program started when you were an undergraduate at Villanova University. You're going back to your roots and you're working on a program there. It's a partnership with Villanova and some other colleges and universities as well. Talk to us about how students are making a difference on a daily basis.
Absolutely. Villanova, as well as a couple other schools, Penn, that were involved in the student-run homeless shelter down in Philadelphia, and they've worked with this shelter to basically own it. From November through April, they're going to be serving meals at this homeless shelter. And our organization, partnering with them, said we would like to provide you with prepared meals for the duration. And what we did is we asked volunteers in our network, would you be willing to commit to prepare 40 meals a night, one day a month? And that's where we're at right now. We're asking for volunteers in the community to come together and say, yes, I'd like to get involved preparing the meals for the homeless shelter.
And it's a unique opportunity because students run the shelter, they run it on a daily basis, but you are one of the organizations that's making it a success.
We're trying to do what we can in helping, giving them the food support, and then also with our logistics we're going to work out transporting the food down to the Philadelphia-based shelter. So it's a collaborative effort. They're handling the serving, we're handling the preparation, and that's where we're asking for volunteers that might be willing to step up to prepare a meal, or asking for restaurants that might be willing to donate a meal. All we're asking is once a month. The meals are for 40 people serving, and we're trying to keep the cost under $20 per meal.
And you mentioned the idea of logistics and transportation, and that's where you can step in and make a difference for local food pantries and local food banks.
Absolutely, and that kind of gets back to what we do. We have two principles as an organization when we're collecting non-perishable food items. The first is to keep the food local, and then the second is to not charge the food bank or homeless shelter a transportation cost. So if we're working in Chester County, we will keep the food in Chester County and not charge a transportation cost to the Chester County Food Bank. If we're working with Phil Abundance, we'll keep the food in Philadelphia and not charge a transportation cost to Phil Abundance.
And really work to make it as accessible and get it there in as timely a manner as possible for these organizations.
Absolutely. With the prepared meals, the warm meals, that's foremost. You have to obviously get the food in timely.
All right, thanks so much for being with us, and people can visit your website or find you on Facebook for more information. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Jill.
We've been talking with Derek Fiorenza. I'm Jill Horner.